Be going over inequalities. If you remember, the ones without the line on the bottom are going to be dotted lines, okay? And the ones with the lines on the bottom, if you look closely, they have a solid line. It makes a solid line. Those are going to be solid lines. So let's try our first example. If we go to example 1 says, which ordered pair is in the solution set of y greater than or equal to 1 over 3x plus 4? Right here we have 4 points. What we're going to do is true or false. We should all know true or false, but if you don't, that's cool. We're going to copy this right here. Y greater than 1 over 3x plus 4. We're going to put parentheses around our letters, yx, and replace our x and y with our numbers. So instead of my y value here, I'm going to erase that, and I'm going to put 1. Instead of my x value here, I'm going to erase that and put -6. Now that I have that, I'm going to go to my calculator, and I'm going to type it in here, parentheses 1. To get this little inequality symbol, we're going to do control equals, pick the right one, then we're going to put that fraction with control divide, 1 over 3, parentheses, -6, parentheses, plus 4, enter. And it says false. So that cannot be my answer. So now let's try it again. Same thing. Copy this inequality, 1 over 3 x plus 4. Put our parentheses around the letters. Then mark my x and my y and replace my x and y. We put y here. That's 6. We put x here. That's -1. Do true and false. Same thing. Parentheses 6. Control and equals the right symbol. Then do control divide, 1 over 3, -1 plus 4, and that says true. This will probably be my answer, but we need to check C and D first. So same thing, y greater than or equal to 1 over 3 x plus 4. Put parentheses around your x and your y. Then label your point. It's always important to label your point, because the biggest mistake y'all do is put the numbers in wrong. So my x goes here, my y goes here. Now, true or false? -1, control equals, control divide, 1 over 3, 6 plus 4, enter. That says false. So now we're going to try D, last one. Y greater than or equal to 1 over 3 x plus 4. Put your parentheses. Erase your, oh, I missed a step. I have y and then I have x. Sorry, y'all. I have y and I have x. I'm going to erase my x and I'm going to put 1. I'm going to erase my y and I'm going to put -6 and I'm going to do true or false. -6, control equals, get your right symbol, then control divide for the fraction, 1 plus 4, enter, and that gave me false. So my only answer that said true was B, so that would be my answer. Now let's try the next one. All right, it says, which graph best represents the solution set of -4x less than or equal to 6y minus 54? Now, an important thing with this one is we have to look at our lines. This is a solid line, dotted line, solid. So we're going to go and write that. This is a solid, dotted, solid. Now, if we zoom in, because I need y'all to see this symbol right here makes a solid line. So this is a solid line. We're looking for a solid line, meaning we can get rid of B and C. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do true and false again, but we are going to pick a point in the shaded area. So if we're looking for A, anywhere in this shaded area. So this point looks good. We have 8, comma, 10. So I have my x and I have my y. We're going to take this inequality right here and do true and false. So I'm going to write it right here. Negative 4x less than or equal to 6y minus 54. I'm going to put my parentheses. I'm going to erase my x and I'm going to put 8. I'm going to put 8. Then I'm going to erase my y and I'm going to put 10. Then I'm going to jump to the calculator and do true and false. So I have negative 4 parentheses 8 control equals, pick your symbol, 6 parentheses 10 minus 54. Enter, and that gave me true. This gave me a true. So we're going to put a T. Now, I'll tell you in a minute. If you put this minus sign and it says A and S, you need to go back and delete it. So keep that in mind, okay? So now let's try D, just to make sure, okay? Just to make sure, we need to pick a point from this shaded area right here. So I'm going to pick 2, 2. 2, 2. Pretty easy point. So I have X and I have Y. I'm going to take this inequality again. So we have negative 4X less than or equal to 6Y minus 54. Put parentheses around your letters. Now instead of my X, I'm going to write 2. Instead of my Y, I'm going to write 2. Picking a point that's the same is easy. It makes it easier. So we're going to do minus, oh, the A and S pops up. Go back, erase it. Negative 4 times 2, control equals, put the correct symbol, 6 parentheses 2 minus 54. And that gave us false. So my only answer that came back true is A. So that would be my answer. If you have 2 trues, you need to go back and fix it. Something messed up. So example question 3. The graph of 2x minus 5y equals 10 is shown on the coordinate grid. Which points are in the solution set of 2x minus 5y greater than 10? Select 2 correct answers. So in this case, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 answer choices. And I'm selecting 2 correct answers. So what I need to do first is go through and label these points. So remember, x first and then y. So for this point, it is negative 5, comma, 6. Then for this point, it is 9, comma, 8. Then for this point, it is 5, comma, 0. And then for this point, it's 0, comma, negative 2. And then for this point, 6, comma, negative 3. And then negative 3, comma, negative 7. And we have to do true and false for each one of these points. Each one of these points. And I need you to pay attention. You are not using this. Not using this. You are going to use this one. So you have 2x minus 5y greater than 10. And we need to do it for every single point to check. Okay? So I'm going to write down my points. Negative 5, 6, 9, 8, 5, 0, 0, negative 2, 6, negative 3, negative 3, negative 7. I'm going to go through and label all my x's. X, 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 X. Then label all my y's. Y, 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 Y. I'm going to rewrite this equation, or this inequality, my bad. 2x minus 5y greater than 10. 2x minus 5y greater than 10. 2x minus 5y greater than 10. And then we're going to put parentheses around every single letter. Okay, then we can get to replacing the x's and the y's. So I have negative 5 here, 6 here. Then the next one, I have 9, and then 8. Then the next one, I have 5, and then I have 0. Then the next one, I have 0, and we're getting the numbers from right here. right beside it, okay? Right beside it. -2. Then I have 6, -3. Then I have -3, -7. And then I'm going to do true and false for each one of them. True and false for each one of them. So I have 2 parentheses. -5 minus 5 parentheses 6. Control equals 10. Enter. That's false. So this first one gave me false. So for the next one, I have 2 parentheses 9 minus 5 parentheses 8. 8. Control equals, wrong place. Control equals 10. Enter. That gave me false. So I know that this point cannot be my answer, and this point cannot be my answer. So next one, 5, 0. We have 2 parentheses 5 minus 5 parentheses 0. Control equals, get the correct symbol, 10. Enter. That gave me false. So I know 5, 0 cannot be an answer. So then I have 2 parentheses 0 minus 5 parentheses -2. Control equals 10. Enter. That gave me false. So I know that 0, -2 can't be my answer. So now let me try 6, -3. You have 2 parentheses 6 minus 5 parentheses -3. Control equals greater than 10. Enter. That gave me true. So 6, -3 is going to be one of my answers. We're gonna click 6, -3. Okay. So 6, -3 will go in your answer box. There's 2 answer boxes. And then we're going to try the last one. Hopefully it comes back true, or else that means we made a mistake. -3 minus 5, -7. Control equals 10. Enter. That gave us true. So in my next box, I need to write the point, this point, parentheses -3, comma, -7. And those are your 2 answers. On the test, it'll just be a click, so you'll have to click the point, but that is how you do these questions.